Welcome to the heart of the Cotswold Waterpark. We're at the scaly carp mecca that is Horcott Lakes, and it's another episode of missions. As ever with this series, I've got a couple of missions to pass, and if I manage to pass them, you guys have the opportunity to win some mega prizes. My first mission is to catch my first ever Horcott carp. I've never been here. The carp are stunning, scaly and mega, so hopefully I can tick that off. And then my second mission is to catch a 30-pound plus specimen. If I manage to tick both of those off, up for grabs in terms of prizes, there is a place on the Catch social at Embryo Lakes Baulking, and if I manage to get that 30-pounder, which is out there hopefully, you will win yourself 24 hours on Horcott Lakes with a Cotswold particle bundle thrown in for good measure. Enough of me waffling. It's getting towards dark. I need to get the rods in situ, find those carp, and hopefully tick off those missions. I've moved on to mozzie mesh infills.
Oh, have you?
Underrated. I discredited them before, but I'm sorry to everybody that I've discredited them to.
Because it's emissions.
Yeah.
And with your thunderstorm, I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting.
What?
Solid.
You can't change it now. It's like nearly one of the last ones we're filming before the social, so.
Solid bags.
Solid bags. Mate, it's going to chuck it down. Solid bags.
No, I just want to make it a challenge for you.
What, on every rod, not just one rod?
Yeah, because it's irritating doing it on 3 rods.
I like solid bags, mate. And it's no leaders here, isn't it? It's tubing only. So that means when I miscast, not if, but when I miscast, I'm going to have to reel it all in, dry it off and do it again.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's really fair, is it, mate? I've never been here. You're ruining the angling experience and you're limiting my armoury. You're taking my ever faithful Ronnie rig and leg clips that are on my rods already. And you're making it solid bags when it's going to chuck it down.
I can't film another Ronnie rig. I've done it enough. So
I think you can. For you, and for the benefit of this series, and probably for your entertainment, I will go solid bags and it will rain and I will get annoyed. But I'm positive, I'm upbeat. I'm at a brilliant venue. Life is good, we're in the Cotswolds. So yeah, in 10 minutes when I'm setting up rods, I won't be saying that, but pegs have gone in lovely. I'm going to find some clear spots because it is notoriously weedy. Do I give you the truth? Give you the truth that people have moved in next door? That it's busy pretty much all up this bank and the rest of the lake's clear? And it's not done any bites, so I'm not going to put a lot of bait out. I'm going to find presentable areas because it is quite weedy, although it is patchy. So I'm going to find some clear areas. Definitely this right-hand margin looks good. One out in open water. And fingers crossed with subtle little traps, because I've no doubt, even though there wasn't a lot of fish caught, a lot of bait's gone in. Hopefully we can nick one and get off the mark and at least pass one of those challenges. We will see how the rest of the session pans out, but it's definitely going to be softly, softly catchy monkey. Well, I found that one spot, 14 1/4 wraps, which is comfortable range. I don't want to fish too long. We've seen a bit of activity, but it could be tench out here. I think I'm going to put 2 bags in that area, which is out in open water. It's shallow. It's on pure sort of clear gravel. And then I've just got to find one more spot, I think, for now, for this first night anyway, just to get fishing. This right-hand margin looks mega. The next swim is further round, so I've pretty much got this bit of margin, which is my own, which looks so good for a bite that I'm just going to flick around, try and find A, if it's clear, and B, a little patch of something presentable, and then flick a bag out here. Now I have 2 bags out there. I'll have a bag in this edge. And hopefully, even though it's not fishing particularly well at the moment, that'll be enough. Yeah, so weedy. Solid bags, courtesy of Lister. Talk about fishing with a handbrake on. No, I'm happy. It's a very, very, very nice lake. We've got some good conditions. Although it's not fishing well, there's some mega fish in here and one bite can do it all. Even though I need 2 bites, technically. That is done. Everything is out on the money, as good as I can get it. As an opening gambit, fingers crossed, one of those rods, either the 2 that are out longish in the middle, 14 wraps, or the one in the edge does a bite and I get one of those beautiful scaly Horcott carp on my unhooking mat. We can but dream, eh? Well, I was just saying how quiet it was. It's probably about 10 o'clock now. We hadn't seen anything, heard anything. And one of those 2 rods that I had just out on that 14 1/4 wrap spot, I was absolutely ramped off. Solid bag, away it's gone, but it's in the weed. And now, it's just a little bit of a battle of attrition. I'm just going to keep steady pressure on him and hope that he kicks his way out. And I can inch him back in. That was a good start. Solid bag, a few spawns of bait, and it absolutely tore off. Yes! Get in there! We're off the mark, mate. That was a bite I didn't think would happen until tomorrow morning at the earliest. So I'm happy to get off the mark, and that is one of the missions passed. Bosh! There you have it. He's off the mark. I've literally only been fishing a couple of hours. I'm actually thankful that Mr. Lister made me fish solid bags. The middle rod ramped off, and I've got this 20 pound, 8 ounce, clean, jet propelled Horcott common. I'm a very happy angler, so relieved to be off the mark. Normally these are a bit of a struggle, so it's good to start well. I'm having a little bit of an early morning freshen up. I've seen some fizzing and there's still activity there. And these 2 rods that I've had sort of fishing out, one which did the bite last night, by the look of the sheer amount of roach activity that we've seen and pike activity, I don't think there's any bait left out there. I think I'm getting cleaned out by those roach pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is freshen up, get some new bags out on that spot, and then I'm going to put regular sort of bigger hits of bait out, maybe 5 dot spods every couple of hours, just to keep bait in that swim. So regular baiting, a little bit more in terms of quantity, and hopefully I'll keep some bait there for when the carp do hone in on it. That's my theory anyway, but it's time to get things working. With that first common in the bag last night, that unlocks my first mission and a prize for you guys. And the prize is a place on our end of season Embryo Baulking Catch Social. In order for you to win a place on that, what you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and answer this question in the comments. What was the weight of my first Horcott carp? That common I had last night. Put your answers in, like, subscribe, and we'll pick a winner at random. Good luck. This time last night, pretty much, I had my bite. Hysterical with joy. And now, I'm hooking myself with my own Ronnie rigs. Woo! After catching a roach. Wasn't even a PB roach, mate. Just a standard 3 ounce roach. on a solid bag, mate. Literally, as I've cast it out. Did you see that? As I've cast it out, I've gone to tighten up. It's not tightened up. It's literally done. Well, I don't know if it was it or something else had it before it, but it's pulled the lead out. So I've lost my lead and I've reeled in a 3-ounce roach. Incredible angling. I'm going full Drennan Cup now. Forget the carps, too easy. Let's go for multi-species. But that's confirmed to me that I'm going to come away from these solid bags, fish that spot in the edge because it does look good under that tree. And I'm going to use a little bit more robust presentation or a bit more roach proof.
You know it won't count though for the missions.
Of course it will count.
It won't do.
I don't care. I need a 30 pounder. You didn't say that I had to catch every carp on a PVA bag, a solid PVA bag. You said solid PVA bags. I've caught one on that last night. I cannot be plagued with roach. We'll be having that all night. So I'm going to literally go boilie only. Whilst the traps are set and there's the classic midday lull in the action, it's time for me to announce the winners of my previous episode of missions, which was on Linear's Hunt's Corner. Now, the prize, first of all, was for a place on our end of season catch social at Embryo Lakes Baulking. And the winner of that prize, Alex, is...
Carping with Chris.
Carping with Chris. Chris, well done, mate. Drop us a message. We'll get in touch with you and we'll get you on that social. I look forward to meeting you. The second prize was a session on Linear, free of charge, on us. And the winner of that prize was...
Danny May, 3869.
Danny May, 3869. Well done, Danny. Again, drop us a message. We'll get in touch with you and we'll sort you out a session on Linear. So thank you to everyone who entered. Remember, hopefully, there's a couple of prizes you can win in this episode if we can manage to catch a 30 pounder. By now, those of you that watched previous episodes will know I'm not very good at sitting on my hands, and today has been one of those textbook meh carp days. There's not really been any fish showing, there's not been any activity as much as I've wanted to see something to move on to. Other anglers have arrived, the weather's sort of held where it is, and really it feels like the lake is sort of stuck and somebody needs to sort of flick a switch. But that's the nature of carp fishing. I have to be better at trying to sort of sit on my hands, get through those periods in the hope that something will change. Now, the point swim, which is a favoured swim to my left, did become free. However, there's nothing showing out there for me to really move on to, and I have committed and had a bite from this swim. So what I'm going to do is, as we're drawing into the evening now, I'm going to get these rods back out. I'm going to fish two, one on a pop-up and a bright one on a match the hatch, on that spot that I had a bite off at about 10 PM last night. I'm going to top it up with a little bait, and that, if you like, is going to be my banker. Having caught one last night, that's my banker. But I think it would be sensible for me just to be a little bit cautious, stick to what I know has worked, even though it's only one bite. But the beautiful thing about this place, and what sort of keeps you positive, is that one bite and you can go from a session that's been a little bit of a struggle to an absolute red letter day. Some of the carp in here are stunning, scaly, big, and it just takes that one bite. Let's hope it comes either this evening, tonight, or tomorrow morning. I'm praying it does. Morning. It's the final morning, and it's a very similar story that's been majority of this session. Not a lot going on, however, my middle rod has just had a drop back, picked up. I thought it was the fish to end all fish, because I have seen a good common bosh out, probably a rod length to my right, which is the first sign I've seen out in front of me. Upon picking up the rod, there's a tench. Had it on the surface, shook his head, and he's done me, he's gone. But it was a tench, so that's all right. Hopefully there's no more tench, and we can end as we started it seems like a week ago, but in reality, a day and a bit ago with a carp. I just need that one bite just to round things off beautifully. Did you say £30? Or 30 ounces, because that's 30 ounces. On the final morning, with not long to go, that is not the result I wanted. And to be fair, the fishing has been very difficult for here. That is carp fishing, especially for mega big fish. However, as I slipped Mr. Tinker back, a previous session, the same time, last year, Mr. Lister over there and Dan headed to this exact same venue, and they had a very different session. Check this out.
You know, I think you just found the code to unlocking it a little bit.
Right hand up.
Solid bag, hadn't been in that long, and admittedly the cast went a little bit short, but I was like, no, I'm just going to leave it for a bit, and I'm glad I did. Immaculate common. One sighting is all it needs, and Dan's got eagle eyes, and I've ended up chucking to it, and now that has produced me my second fish of the day. Yeah, and that is just what it's all about, keeping an eye out on the lake, seeing where they show you, and just get a rod on it ASAP because it's worked.
You are a gnarly beast, my friend. How about that? 25.4, I think it went on the scales. Incredible looking common, look at that, a real chunk of gold. Absolutely made up. I feel like I angled fairly hard for this one. And at the end of the day, it was a PVA bag on fizzers, out as far as I could go really. Absolutely made up. Colossal fish. Thank you very much, Horcott.
I just want my reels to go. It ain't too much to ask, is it? We've got 2 hours left. I have seen a definite carp all the way across that side, about, I'd say, 50 yards from where my van's parked and has been for the past couple of days. So pretty sure nothing ventured, nothing gained. Last roll of the dice time. I'm gonna reel these in, pack down, shoot over there for the last 2 hours where I have seen a show, and just flick some little bags out in the hope that I can manage to nick another one.
Unfortunately, that's all she wrote. Haven't managed to nick that second fish, and therefore I haven't managed to complete the second part of the mission, which was to catch a 30-pounder. A little bit gutted, a little bit wounded. I've sort of run out of time as well. Such a stunning lake, such a quality venue. I don't know if I've done it justice for how it's fished at the moment. However, I have got an opportunity to redeem myself with a small task. If I complete this, it will unlock the second prize, which is a session on this place and your bait supplied as well. And in order to do that, as you hopefully well know, Catch have launched a brand new version of the app, packed absolutely full of mega new features. One of those features is all about catch reports and uploading them, and I've got the task, in order to unlock this prize, of submitting my catch report from Horcott, which was that common I caught on the first night, in under a minute. If I can do that on my phone right here, right now, I'm going to unlock the potential for you guys to win a session on there and your bait. Without further ado, Lister, start the clock. When I've got my phone out, wait, not unlocked, and go. thanks to my nimble fingers and a very user-friendly app, you've got the chance to win yourself a session on Horcott Lakes and your particle included. In order to win that, you've got to answer this question. The app itself, the GoCatch app, how many venues are currently available on that? Put your answer in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the GoCatch YouTube channel, and we'll pick a winner at random for that mega prize. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all again soon.